Imagine a world where the lights didn't just flicker, they vanished forever. An electromagnetic pulse, EMP, has swept across the nation, frying every circuit, silencing every engine, and plunging society into a darkness from which it may never recover. You are part of a small group of survivors who thought they were prepared, only to realize that preparation is nothing compared to the sheer chaos of a collapsing civilization. Welcome to Blackout, the second gritty, relentless, and hyper-realistic installment in Justin Bell's Downfall series. If you love realistic grid-down survival, tactical homestead defense, and stories that explore the terrifying fragility of social order when the power dies, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in survival fiction, blending the visceral terror of a darkened world with the unapologetic thrill of human resilience. The narrative kicks off in the immediate aftermath of the initial collapse, where the shock has worn off and the true horror begins. Our protagonist finds themselves navigating a landscape where trust is a liability, resources are dwindling, and every stranger is a potential threat. The atmosphere is thick with the silence of dead electronics, the smell of smoke from uncontrolled fires, and the creeping dread of knowing that help is not coming. Bell excels at capturing the brutal reality of the long-term collapse, making every scavenging run, every fortified safe house, and every tense standoff feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is absolute ruin. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its uncompromising commitment to tactical realism and the spectacular grid-down trope. This isn't a story about zombies or mutants. It's about the brutal, exhausting reality of staying alive when the rules no longer apply. Watching the protagonist navigate the treacherous social hierarchy of the wasteland, form tentative alliances with other survivors, and use their wits and weapons to outsmart raiders who have turned violence into an art form is incredibly gripping. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the survival mechanics to life, making the crunch of broken glass, the sharp crack of a rifle, and the heavy silence of a world without power feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular action and the survival mechanics, the soul of Blackout lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonist isn't an invincible killer. They are a deeply human individual, struggling with the moral weight of doing what is necessary to protect those they care about. The emotional anchor of the story is their fierce, unbreakable loyalty to the small group of survivors they manage to protect, a found family, bound by the shared trauma of the collapse. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet, desperate conversations by a campfire feel just as impactful as the explosive, chaotic firefights on the roadside. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A massive, organized raider gang, or a rival survivor faction, targets the protagonist's sanctuary, forcing them into a desperate, high-stakes last stand. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming improvisation, and raw, unbridled courage. The protagonist must use every hidden trick, every overloaded trap, and every ounce of their will to hold the line against an unstoppable tide. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, hard-earned victory that proves humanity's will to survive is stronger than the darkness. Blackout is a triumph of the post-apocalyptic thriller genre. It is smart, gritty, and unapologetically intense. Justin Bell has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of the underdog holding the line. Plug in your headphones, check your perimeter, and join the survivor. The world ended in a blackout, but their fight for tomorrow is just beginning.